I hope you are ready because here is day 4 of our 5-day ab challenge. So let's get started. I want you to come down on the floor. One hand is going to be your base and your back leg is also going to be your base. So this is the move. We're going to crunch. We're still working our obliques to start. Now you have 2 options. You can from here crunch, lift and lower. So I want you to draw your shoulder to that knee and crunch. You can flex that foot and really squeeze those top obliques. Now here's an advanced option. You can lift your glutes off the floor and crunch here. Of course, this move isn't going to be for everybody in this position, so you can lower down and still get just an effective ab workout right here. So we're not here for long. We're doing 30 seconds each side, and then we're going to switch and flip over and do our other side. So you have about 5 more seconds, and we're going to spin around and go the other way. Last one. See? Quick and easy. Other side. So base leg. Make sure you lift away so your ear's not sinking into your shoulder, right? And crunch. Again, this is the advanced option, is actually lifting your glutes off the floor and squeezing. And lift. So you're bringing your shoulder to that knee. Again, you can stay here and crunch. Really squeeze. So you guys excited? We're almost done. Day 4. Tomorrow I'm going to be a piece of cake. And lift. Keep going. You have about 10 more seconds, and then we're going on to our elbows. 3, 2, 1. I want you to spin around. This is a pike walk. So you're on your elbows. You can clasp your hands. Nice straight plank. So from here, all you're going to do is walk your feet up for 4 counts. So you're keeping your legs straight and then walking back out to plank. All the way. So you need to make sure your glutes get all the way back down. So walk up and walk all the way down. Nice and controlled. Bring it up and all the way back down. Remember to push away from the floor so that your shoulders don't sink into your arms. So you don't want to be here, you want to lift away. We have a couple more. We're staying in this position. Again, if you ever need to take a breather, you can push in child's pose. Nice straight legs. So depending on your flexibility, will determine how far up you can really walk your feet up, keeping your legs straight. This is your last time. Now I want you to stay here, and I just want you to rock your hips side to side. So your feet are pivoting side to side. Your modification, there's a modification. You can go to your knees and drop those hips side to side, still working those obliques. Or advanced, you're here, rocking side to side. You're almost done, but you're not done with this position. Keep going. Keep going. Side to side. Side to side. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come center. If you need to push back for a moment, you can. To relax your shoulders because you have 1 more minute, roughly, on your elbows. From here, we're going to go to a knee to elbow pull. So the knee comes in and back to plank. Alternating side to side. Nice tight core. You want to focus on your hips not rocking side to side. Your modification to this, again, go down to your knees. Side to side. To me, the modification is actually more challenging because I want to rock my hips. Keep going. Again, you can always rest, push back if you need to, and then come back into it. This is a challenging move, especially after everything that we've been doing already. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and push back. You have one more exercise that's on your back. So we're going to give our shoulders a break. I want you to spin around. One leg straight, the other leg bent. So we're going to work our obliques. I want your hands, I'm sorry, we're not working our obliques anymore. We're done with that. I want your hands behind your head, and you're going to crunch and lower. Crunch and lower. So one leg at a time. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. If you need to modify this, you can take the leg out and just crunch. Lift and lower. Otherwise, you're here. Lift and lower. I will switch you halfway so that you can switch legs. Lift and lower. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, counting down for you. Switch your feet, other leg. Lift and lower. This is it, and then we just do it again, right? Piece of cake. Squeeze. So we're taking out the cardio portion, like we've been doing with yesterday's plank jacks and in and out abs. We're taking that out. I want you to focus on drawing your belly button down to the floor and your lower back, controlling this leg, right? It's not flailing all over the place. You're almost there. You have about 10 more seconds, and then we're going to start from the very top, and then you'll be done with day 4 in 3, 2, 1. Come on up. So that's your first set. So you know your modifications, you know how to make it more advanced. Now this time through, I want you to make it your own. So exercises that can be simple can also be changed up with the slightest movement to make it more advanced, starting with this. So you're here. So this arm is soft. This arm's just to keep you from falling over. It's not really where you're taking a lot of weight. I want all the weight going through your glute. Again, if you're here, then obviously it's going to be weight bearing and you're going to crunch and squeeze. But I want you to focus on form. So if you're trying to lift your glute off the ground, but you're like no longer concentrating on what your abs are doing, then just drop it down to the ground. You have a couple more, and then we're going to switch sides. So the advanced option might not necessarily be better for you if you can't control what the rest of your body is doing, right? And that just comes with time. So I don't expect everyone here, because you might not get as good of an ab workout if you're just trying to be up here versus where you could here. So advanced doesn't always mean better. So squeeze. So enjoy this moment, because we're going back on our elbows and we're there for a little bit. So you have 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. I want you to spin around on those elbows. So remember, we're here for a little bit. If you need to, go to child's pose at any time. This is when we pike up. So it's not too much pressure on the shoulders just yet, but that comes with time. So we're going to do this about 10 times for my counters before we move on. So this is number 3, if you like to count. Some people like to know how long we're going to be here. So you have 6 more. So remember, get those hips up as high as you can. Control, walk all the way back down to plank. You're halfway. Bring them up. And bring them back down. And lift. And bring them back down. A couple more. 3 more. We'll do 3 more. And lift. And down. Give me 2 more of these. Bring them up, and all the way back down to plank. You have 1 more, and lift, and come back down. Push back in child's pose for a moment. just to relax your shoulders, because I know it's a lot, especially on our second time through. And then I want you to come back in position. Do you need extra support? You can put a towel underneath your arms if that helps. And pivot side to side. Again, working those obliques. And rock, and rock. If you're feeling crazy, you can go single, single, and then tap 2 on one side. Single, if you like to break up the routine a little bit, right? Single, single, 2 on a side, single, single, 2 on a side. You go. One more set each way, 2 on a side, one more. 1, 2, tap it down. Push back. One more breather for your shoulders. We have the knee to elbow, and then we flip on our back, so you're almost there. So you're here, knee to elbow, right here. Again, modified. Your first modification is coming down to your knees and pulling it in. Your next modification, holding plank on your toes. Your next modification from there is going on your knees. So you're still going, right? Knee to elbow. You let me show modifications, right? When you still go. And pull, you're almost there. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back. You have one more exercise, and then you're done. So, spin around. Back is flat on the floor. Hands behind your head. One leg comes out straight. As you crunch, that foot comes knee to knee level. And then lower back down, so it's controlled. And what I mean by that is we're not just flailing it up, flailing it down. This is helping your lower abdominals work as we're crunching at the same time. Lift and lower. So again, modification is here. And squeeze. So as you lift, you look between your legs. We're not staring up at the ceiling the whole time. Lifting and lowering. You have 4 more on this leg. And then we switch. 3, 2, 1. Switch your feet. Lift. Lift. Squeeze. And I know as the days go on, our muscles are sore, right? So sometimes this is a little bit more challenging once we get later in the week because our core is already so tired. And I get that. So if you haven't noticed, which most likely you probably have not, these videos, don't worry, I still got you. We're not going to be here all day. These videos right now are private on YouTube. So if you are not part of my challenge group and you're watching it, you got it after it went public. You have 3, 2, 1. So my challenge groups always get first dibs, so to speak, on these videos before I open it up to the rest of the YouTube world. So you are done with day 4. You have just 1 day left, and I'll see you tomorrow.